Wow. Okay, so your underlying energy is the Ace of Swords. So this is talking about clarity in a situation, coming from a new place of seeing a different seeing a perspective. This is a new perspective you've gained, new way of communicating, and new ideas. I feel like there is a whole new truth here as well, but there's also victory that can potentially be gained here. Based off of the new ideas and the new way of communicating. There's a lot of new stuff that's happening with this, this Ace of Swords, and I feel like clarity is one of those things. With the clarity that you have in this process, the victory that you can gain from this is very, 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 very wonderful. Okay, now for your current state of being, you have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles does indicate that there is a need to pay attention to the details, or you guys are paying attention to the details right now. You're also working like dogs. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles, they don't take a rest or anything. Think about it. This is the card for Virgo. Virgos see the details, and they work very hard and diligently until the job is done. But they're also very cautious, so there is some slow energy. Now, Libras, you're not very slow. You're probably one of the slowest out of the air signs, but you're not slow. It still says a lot. You're still faster than they're still faster than Capricorn, or they're still faster than Cancer. You're still very fast energy. Air signs are very fast energy, so you guys might be this energy may be super slow due to caution, due to kind of trying to be careful and being very watchful of what's going on, being very mindful of what's happening around you. You guys could be dealing with a young Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or you guys could be dealing with somebody that's very immature about how they spend money, very immature, and they focus on money. There could be a lot of things that you could be dealing with. Okay, you see them as someone younger energy, if that is this is somebody else. Okay, but I feel like this could be you. You guys could be working a lot, focusing on your practical means, the money, finances, career. You guys could be very driven material wise, not material wise, but practical wise right now. So your focus is very much on the practical side, as well as possibly the other person. Now, where you guys want to be is the Five of Cups. And I feel like you guys want to see that there's a problem, but understand that there is still something there. I think there's honestly, this here is about shifting your focus. I feel like you guys really want to shift your focus from what's gone to gaining, to making more out of what you may not have, or you may have left, okay? You have a connection here. So I do apologize to you guys, whoever lost something very near and dear to your heart, if there was any death in the family. But I do see that this is more practical, and this is more emotional, this is focusing on your relationship. So whatever you may have lost, whatever sort of support that you've lost in the past, there's still this Two of Cups. There's still something to work on. There's still something that you can build off of despite what has lost. Okay, and I feel like that's where you guys want to be. You guys want to shift your focus because of this clarity that you have here. The reason why you're taking your time is because you're understanding and learning, looking at the details of what was lost and what you can do with the Two of Cups behind you. But ultimately, I feel like you guys wanted to shift your focus. Now, the reason why you guys are having a hard time shifting your focus could be because of the King of Swords. The King of Swords is somebody that could be an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But if this is not an air sign, this could be someone that you find as your king or queen, someone that is your partner, your other half, because you guys would come out as the Queen of Swords. Now, for some of you, this is about mastering the confidence that you have in your abilities. Okay, being very confident in your ability to operate in the sense that makes you feel confident. Okay, so for a lot of you guys, it's about communicating, mastering communication, mastering logic, being detached and looking at your emotions. Maybe you guys are having a hard time with being detached, but I don't think that's the case. I feel like this is honestly the person that you're dealing with emotionally or dealing with romantically. This is your other half. They may be kind of hard to communicate with, okay? Because in the past they were very, they could have been very combative. It could have been very hard to communicate with because they were so focused on, aiming for their truth only, stop focusing on their truth only, that they were not really, easy to communicate with. So I feel like the Ace of Swords has a lot to do also with not just clarity and victory, but also a new way of communicating, because somebody in the past was not communicating in the way that they should have, or communicating in a way that was going to build some sort of conclusion, more of just trying to fight their truth. I feel like this person was a younger Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that you guys could have been dealing with, or this could be you guys. You guys could have been very focused on your truth, and it may have been very difficult for you guys to see that communicate with the person, because it's very combative, the energy. So I don't really feel like this is you guys, but it very well could be for some of you guys. Some of you guys could have been like very, 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 very aggressive about how you guys wanted to see things or get things done, and probably a little bit fast about how things were as well, and that is getting over your ego could be one of those things as well for some of you Libras. But I feel like this is somebody that's younger, someone that is a little bit immature, because you have 2 knights here, and they just don't really know how to communicate in the best way that can really work together. That's what I see, and I feel like that could be very difficult, okay, because they see themselves as pretty intelligent. Okay, now for the best thing for you to do right now is to focus on yourself. Focus on what you can do in this situation. Focus on your 50% of the relationship. Focusing on your well-being and yourself. Okay, rejuvenating, taking care of the body, taking care of the soul, the mind, of your spirit, of yourself, and allowing divine timing to take care of what it needs to take care of. You know what I mean? I do feel like there's something coming. There's something that's going to be happening in the best way possible, because again, we have the Ace of Swords here with victory. That's what it's all about. So I feel like, Libra, you just have to kind of keep yourself balanced right now. Do the best you can with what you have within yourself, because right here, this person's hard to communicate with already. They're very hard to communicate with. The King of Swords, supposedly. But they come up as the reason why they're there is because of some sort of combative, energy. And that's just like what you're supposed to do, right? So just, communicate what you can. If you can't do that, then whatever, right? But as long as you do it, you're supposed to do, maintain yourself, good as gravy. Now, how you feel, you have the Strength card. So y'all feeling like this is one struggling situation. You guys may be having a hard time, not necessarily a hard time keeping keeping yourself together. It could be you may be trying to push yourself through a difficult situation right now. Again, you guys could have lost something very precious to you, support, some sort of connection that you have with someone, a connection that really meant something to you. But you still have something there to work with, and I think you know that already. But you have the Strength card here to kind of indicate that you're still trying to get through. You're still trying to push through it. You're exhausted. You're tired. And you don't know if you have all necessary confidence to do it, but you know that you're tapping into your inner strength right now. Some of you guys may be feeling a little frisky, but I'm not getting a lot of Wands cards, so I'm not really sure if this is the desire to become intimate with someone. Oh, wow! So you have the Four of Pentacles here with the Strength card. So the reason why Strength is coming up is because there's something that's not being said, not being opened up. Someone's holding something down, and I feel like it's holding your, remaining stable through a very difficult situation. So kind of staying put and kind of not opening up again. Like I said here, I think that's very interesting. You guys could be saving money as well. You guys could be struggling when it comes to finances. Here, because like I said, y'all were working you're working hard. This energy is you. This is hard work. Okay, but it's still, you guys are it's still slow progress. Things are moving very slowly, progressing and building very slowly, but it's materializing. It's in Taurus season, so whatever you're manifesting now will manifest in the later months. But if you've manifested something in the past 6 months, then it's coming in slowly but surely. Okay, now with your hopes and fears, you do have the Hermit. No, sorry, not the Hermit. The Hierophant. This is talking about y'all feeling. I feel like you guys want to commit to something. I do feel like you want to recommit to this person despite what was lost here. I think you want to shift your focus and commit back to the relationship. Know what's lost. What can be done about the future obstacles that could possibly prevent this, maybe even. But I feel like you want a commitment. I feel like you want something that really works within your traditional view of a relationship. Some of you guys, you may be dealing with somebody that's a different type of person that you typically date. I think maybe this is someone that's very different. Maybe age difference is here with the, considering we're looking at the knights. But I do feel like with the Hierophant, it's like I feel like he just really wants to. I feel like you really want a commitment. You really want to commit. You want someone to commit to you, and you want to just as much commit as well. Now, in your outcome, you have death. So this is talking about releasing something to make space for something new. And I feel like this is what this Five of Cups is. You want change. You want things to change. And I feel like it's been kind of stuck here in this energy where you're kind of looking at what is lost, what's not there anymore. Well, I feel like you guys are like, okay, well, I've been looking at this for ages. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to see the Two Cups. I'm ready to make progress and what I have left to build on. And I feel like that step is about releasing the past disappointments, past pains, you know, things that are keeping your heart full, and not helping you manifest anything new. So death is a very serious energy, but I do feel that it's because there is something that's keeping you from manifesting the true things that you want. And that's Scorpionic energy. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Scorpio, but I'm not really seeing that hardcore. You guys got a lot of major arcanas in your reading as well. You have Death, Hierophant, Strength, and the Temperance card. Wow. And then all of your cards pretty much are suits. Alright, now you go ahead and pull your Wisdom of the Oracle for the month. And the card for you guys is Never Ending Story. So this could feel like the situation's kind of gone on and on forever. It's a kind of a situation where it just doesn't seem to kind of stop happening. You constantly go into situations where it's like the situation's never even stopped. It's different people, different area, different everything, but it's the same story. Everything happening over and over again. Well, it's about, you know, the reason why we're stuck here in this energy, the never-ending story, is about something that, you know, it's very similar to Round and Round, as I feel. But there's something that we need to see. There's something that we have to conquer within ourselves in this current situation to be able to stop the chain of reaction, to stop the constant flow of the same story happening a bazillion times. So I know it's hard, especially when it comes to what we need to see, but it's about standing by our truth and having to really look at what we need to look at, because we have clarity here as our underlying energy. It's just about what we need to see, what we need to overcome, what we need to release, even possibly to break the chain. You know what I'm saying? You guys may be dealing with this situation over and over again, and that could be seriously frustrating. All right, Libra, I'm going to pull you guys your romance angels for the week as well. Okay, guys, and you have call in your soulmate. Calling in your soulmate. Okay, this says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So we were just talking about manifestation. Slowly but surely coming. Slowly but surely coming. Your hard work is going to pay off. It's going to take some time. So doing the best that you can is the best option. Even though the situation looks like it's like taking forever. Okay? So take your time. Give yourself that love and that TLC. Overworking yourself is going to be a little bit hard, because it's going to be very difficult to bring your manifestation if you work too hard and not take care of yourself. So make sure you take care of yourself, Libra. Know your truth. Figure out your truth as well. If you're dealing with somebody that's not communicating, perhaps the way to tackle this is, like I said, do the best you can. Communicate what you can. Do your half. Because you can't make somebody do something they don't want to do. Okay? But if you show that you're committed to yourself and getting to where you want to be, The commitment will follow, but you have to also release something here. Let me go ahead and clarify that really fast. Why does Libra have death in their outcome? Why does Libra have death in their outcome? Because of the Queen of Wands. So you guys could be releasing something in regards to maybe building false confidence, or releasing something to gain confidence. You guys could be also releasing this could be talking about releasing wow, look at that. Another King of Wands. Jesus. Could be, you know, releasing some sort of, this dynamic of, ruthlessness that you probably have. Let me get one more. Why the Queen of Wands? Why does the Queen of Wands need to be released? You have a lot of suit cards in this entire reading. If I get another suit card, I'm going to be upset. The Chariot. Another major arcana. The reason why you're having to leave the Queen of Wands, or to release the Queen of Wands, as Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, is because of some imbalance, or something that, or something in regards to making progress to get yourself to victory. It's either standing in the way, or that is what's going to get you there. And I don't think you should break up with this person, but there's something about this dynamic in the relationship that needs to be released. You still have a commitment here. So this person is still someone that you are currently in a relationship with. At the end of this, I think you want to overcome the loss, overcome this lack of support that you feel that you have, or that you've lost. That you lost, and releasing that with releasing a grudge with somebody. And I don't think you have a grudge, okay? I feel like it's just like hurt, it's just pain, and it's disappointment, but it's overcoming the disappointment to be able to move forward, okay? Because it's a never-ending story. It's constantly not having your back. Somebody's constantly not having your back, and it's time to kind of figure out a way to work with this relationship to gain that support that you need. Okay, someone has their opinions very strong. Someone has very strong opinions, and they're very hard to persuade otherwise. Okay, so you show yourself support, you give yourself your TLC, and release some sort of, this disappointment that you have with this Queen of Wands. That you feel could be keeping you from, your victory, because it knocks you off balance. It's something that is within you. It's not this person that's causing your imbalance. Even though this hurts, it's not the other person. It's just something that you believe in yourself. That this confidence that you have in yourself that is keeping you unbalanced. Releasing this feeling of not having the confidence that you need to get to where you are. It's not even this person. I feel like this person could be a trigger. This person is a trigger to that. That's why you have strength in your feelings, and that's why you kind of feel like you can't open up and talk about it, because, it has a lot to do with how you feel about yourself. But look at all the work that you're doing, past disappointments have to be released, you know what I'm saying?